Hey Spirit Tribe, Gigi here with Spirit Readings, and I'm so glad and so happy that you're able to join me here today. This is going to be a timeless reading for the general collective, so whenever you come across it is when you are meant to, and there's most likely a message for you here. Now, I am shooting this on Monday, July 7th, so we have the 7-7 portal energy here. Very strong energy, very abundant energy as well. So get into that abundant mindset here, you guys, and know that you are worthy of the prosperity. You are worthy of the abundance that wants to come in and bless you. So be open and ready to receive. I'm even hearing for some of you miracles here. So you know, the universe wants to bless you in a big way. Maybe other people are wanting to bless you in a big way. So swallow your pride and don't let it, you know, lead to a downfall here, you guys. So all right, I know I didn't put up much content at all last week. I do apologize for that. I didn't even get a weekly reading done. I had another flare-up. I was put on antibiotics, and the antibiotics made me really sick. So I kind of spent last week resting a lot and, you know, trying to feel better. And I'm still not 100%, but I feel better than I did. So I'm gonna take it, right? I at least feel able to get up and do this reading. So today the energy is not only is it the 7-7 portal, but we have the full moon coming up on the 10th. So those energies, you know, are active right now as well, you guys. So please keep in mind that there are so many of us, so not everything may resonate, and that's perfectly okay. You can just set it to the side for someone else or for later even. You know, it may make more sense as events continue to unfold. Anything and everything is possible when we believe. So if it doesn't apply, you just go on ahead and you let her fly. No harm, no foul, no big deal. If you are new here, please keep in mind that I have had strokes, so you know, that can really affect my memory. I can struggle to find my words or even get them out right. I do get tongue-tied. You know, I also have glaucoma, so sometimes I have to bring the cards a little closer to my face so that I can see them properly. And I have tremors, so sometimes that really affects my shuffling, or, you know, when I feel like I'm being zapped in my hands, I drop whatever I'm holding, cards included. So, you know, just bear with me, you guys. You know, the message gets out the way that it is meant to eventually, right? Okay, so whew, I feel like I'm long-winded sometimes, and other times I'm like, girl, take a breath, right? Okay, so everything that you need to know about me, about this channel, you can find that in the description down below, so make sure you check that out, especially if you would like to book a personal private reading with me, which I would absolutely love so very much. You know, I love being able to connect with you guys one-on-one. You know, it really does bring a lot of joy into my life, and you know, being able to use my gifts in a way that help other people, that, you know, bring clarity and insight and joy and relief and peace and harmony and, you know, all the good things all the time, right? Plus, you know, you guys, when you do book readings with me, it does help me take care of business on my end, you know, paying bills, getting stuff for, you know, my household. I got 2 dogs and 2 cats, and, you know, they like having their food and their treaties, you know, that sort of stuff. Ooh, would be bad around here if I ran out of food and treaties. My goodness, heads would roll. But yeah, I really love being able to connect with you guys. So make sure you're checking out that description box down below. If you would like to send a donation, if you don't want a reading, but you would like to send a donation, that would be much appreciated. I think I also have my Walmart and Amazon registry down there as well, if you'd like to get something for the household, or I have decks, card decks on my Amazon wish list as well. So if you wanted to purchase one of those, I could do a like a review of the deck and pull some cards. And I would love to pull cards for anyone that, you know, purchased the deck for me. That would be amazing. I love that. I've had it happen, and it's like Christmas or my birthday, which is next month. Oh my goodness, this year has started to speed up for me. But I guess I should get to some cards before I just keep talking here. On Saturdays, I am going to be doing lives with Denise Fletcher. If you haven't caught any of those, I'm very grateful for her for taking me under her wing and including me. I did one with her and Jeff, and that was a lot of fun. I'm actually enjoying them a lot more than what I thought I would, so keep a lookout for those. All right, Spirit, thank you for your guidance, your wisdom, and your truth in all matters and in all things and at all times and in all ways. All right, let's see. We have a few popped out here. So right away we have the Two of Swords, and twos are, you know, duality, togetherness, settling of the energy, union, love, balance, you know, two things coming together. So, you know, this can be indecision, you know, hard choices, coming to a crossroads, compromise, confusion. You know, even though, you know, she's blindfolded, there the Two of Swords crossing represents that she is calm-headed, level-headed, you know, and on the flip side, it's clarity, decisiveness, action, and intuition. So, you know, you're faced with some kind of decision, and you don't want to make it, or you don't want to look at it. Maybe it has to do with a person, and you're like, you know, if I just keep the rose-colored glasses on, then I don't have to see them. You know, I don't have to see those red flags, you know. But we need to look at things clearly, right? And not making a choice, not making a decision, choosing to put the blindfold on is still a choice. It's still a decision, you guys, and not the right one, unfortunately, you know. Swords is air. Air is the power of the mind. You also have the King of Swords coming in here. So, you know, the King is building a foundation. You know, he's leadership, and he is structure, right? So he's precise, he's articulate, he's truthful, disciplined, honest, mental clarity, and authority. So, you know, stepping into your truth, into your power, into your authority. And, you know, you can see he's holding a sword there. I always say that that is his sword of truth that he can use to cut through any lies, BS, deception, you know, anything like that. On the flip side, you know, and these are things that we don't want to, you know, get into. You know, we don't want to turn manipulative or be severe, ruthless, you know, a loss of emotional control, a misuse of power, weakness. You know, we want to stand strong and true in our authentic power here, you guys, and rule with a calm and level head. ahead. All right, we also have Ace of Pentacles coming in, and Pentacles is earth. Earth is the power of the mind. Aces are all about new beginnings, new opportunities, you know, pioneering, leading, alpha, dominance, ambitious, originality. So, you know, a time of prosperity, opportunity, you know, you're manifesting, being aware that you are literally manifesting all the time, you guys. You know, a time of abundance, like I said, 7/7 portal energy plus full moon energy to back it up. You know, it could be a new career or, you know, financial opportunity of some sort coming in. You're getting a big yes. Here you got maybes, right? Here you're getting a big fat yes. But, you know, we need to make sure that we're organized, you know, that we're not losing opportunities because we're choosing to stay blindfolded. You know, that we're not harboring feelings of being a failure or thoughts of being a failure. You know, make sure when you go to invest in anything, you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. You're reading the fine print before you sign anything, before you invest anything. You know, and that we're not missing these chances, you know, that we're taking advantage of them as they're being made available to us. Ooh, and we got the High Priestess. So the balance of opposites. So it's another maybe. You got 3 maybes and a yes here. So, I mean, what are you up to, right? And for me, you know, maybes are things still need to be worked out behind the scenes before, you know, they're able to move forward. So, you know, upright, she is our intuition, you guys. I always feel my great-great-grandma Maggie when the High Priestess comes out. Sensitivity, sacred knowledge, divine feminine, stepping into your divine feminine power here, you guys, and realizing how powerful the feminine side is. She is mystery, high morals, the subconscious, and, you know, she's telling you to trust yourself, to trust your intuition, embrace all sides of yourself. And, you know, on the flip side, you know, if you feel like you're disconnected from your intuition, you know, there could be some kind of hidden agenda that you're not aware of. Someone may be wishing you harm, you know, you may feel withdrawn. Someone could be very selfish. If it's not you, someone around you. There could be misunderstandings. And, you know, at this point, Mercury will be going retrograde sometime in July. I can't remember the exact date. So miscommunication, misunderstanding, you know. So, whew, things can be shaky sometimes. You have 2 2s though, and an ace as well. So, you know, 2 2s on the 7/7 portal here. It would have been funny if we got 2 7s, or, you know, but maybe you're seeing 2 2, you know, 2s on repeat. You could be 2 1 2. Maybe you're seeing that as well. Maybe these are angel numbers that you need to look up. And my goodness, 7 of Swords coming in here. So, this is regaining or losing control, mastery, choices, responsibility, myth, secrets, you know, challenges, personal development. It is a no if you're asking some kind of question, but you got a lot of maybes and you have a yes as well. So, you know, dishonesty, betrayal, theft, trickery, deception, falseness, running away, stealth. But on the flip side, it's revelation, it's freedom, it's, you know, maybe someone's been caught up in their dirty dealings and there's a punishment. Maybe you need to rethink your approach on things as well. But, you know, I always start hearing that song, I went to the enemy's camp And I took back what he stole from me. You know, because he has gone into the enemy's camp and he is taking their swords away from them, so that when time for battle comes, you know, they ain't gonna have a sword. You know, it's a way of saying no weapon formed against me is ever going to prosper. You know, it's gaining that upper hand and doing what you need to do in order to protect yourself. All right, we have temperance coming in at number 14, which reduces to 5. Change, options, trouble, instability, unpredictability. You got another yes here. Temperance is Sagittarius energy, so you know it's bringing balance and harmony. You know, as you can see, she is taking the 2 cups there and blending them together and creating something beautiful. You know, opposites again here, you guys. And you know, patience is necessary. You know, doing things with purpose, finding meaning in things, being sensible. On the flip side, it could be imbalance, excess, extremes, overindulgence, addiction. But it can also be self-healing and realignment as well. So, you know, if you've been feeling, you know, like you're out of alignment here, you guys, you know, a little temperance, a little patience, taking care of yourself. So we now have fire in the mix, which is the power of taking action. Let's see. Ooh, yes, we got the 10 of Pentacles here. Ultimate completion, final manifestation, result of true will, recognition, continuation, realization, and ending. So, you know, we start with the ace. You have the ace, and you're going to go through until you get this 10 of Pentacles here, you guys. It is also another yes coming in here. So, you know, this is security, family, being established, you know, creating the wealth. You know, you're building your empire to last here, you guys. You know, everyone is contributing in some way. Financial stability, long-term success. You know, this doesn't just happen overnight. It takes your lifetime, right? And on the flip side, you know, it could be problems, insecurity, failure, financial loss, lack of stability, fleeting success, lack of resources. So, you know, we want to be as prepared as we can be, you guys. You know, that's why I said make sure you are reading the fine print. Make sure all the T's are crossed, I's are dotted before you sign anything. And oh my gosh, didn't I say, wouldn't it be funny if if 2 7s popped out? And here we go. All right, Spirit, you knew what was up. All right, so we have 7 of Wands coming in here, and it is a no. So both 7s are a no. Regaining or losing control, mastery, choices, responsibility, myth, secrets. So, you know, you could feel like you're on the defensive here. Maybe someone is turning things into a competition, and you're just like, look, I ain't about that. I ain't trying to compete with you. I only, you know, compete with myself. I try to do better than I did yesterday. And, you know, challenges, struggle, but there is also protection coming in here. On the flip side, it could be fragile boundaries. So, you know, you need to make sure you got your strong, healthy boundaries in place and you keep them in place. Quitting, giving up. Oh, no. We're not doing none of that. You could feel overwhelmed, disempowered, insecure at times. You know, we all go through periods of feeling that way. And look, the 2 2s and the 2 7s are lining up there, you guys. So, oh goodness, signs and synchronicities. Let's see what else we need to know here, Spirit. Let's see. We'll get one more row here. see. Oh, Queen of Swords showing up. Again, she has her sword of truth in her hands. You know, queens are nurturing, you know, and, you know, I don't think it comes as naturally to the Queen of Swords as it does like the Queen of Cups, but she is nurturing in her own way. She is another maybe. You know, she's intelligent, she's perceptive, independent. She has clear boundaries here. She is also clear-minded. She is direct in her communication. You know, she doesn't mince her words, you guys. You know, she lays it out for you boldly and in truth. You know, she on the flip side can be critical, dismissive, overbearing, over emotional, cruel, cold-hearted, or bitter. But I always say I'm striving to be better, not bitter, you guys. And as you can see, she is gaining. What the heck is gaining clarity here by the clouds. You know, they're not going all the way up, so the clouds are parting, you know, giving way to hope, shedding some light on the things that were hidden, the things that were kept in the dark. You know, the high priestess kind of, you know. But you keep tapping into that, and you know you're going to gain a lot of clarity. So we have divine counterparts here, divine feminine, divine masculine, with the King and Queen of Swords. So if you're open and ready to receive love, this could be your soulmate coming in. We also have the Emperor. He is Aries energy. He is fire. We get another, yes, organization skills, reliability, ability to work hard. You know, Aries is known for being a very hard working energy. You know, this is bringing order and, you know, the benefits of having this solid foundation, you know, that the King of Swords is building. So, you know, he's leadership, he's respect, he's stability, security, rules and power, authority, a father figure. So an older brother, an uncle, your dad, your grandfather, you know, things of that nature. Could be a cousin or even a friend. But he's very protective, he's established, he's very disciplined, disciplined, if I can talk. He's got that focus, that laser focus here. On the flip side, you know, domination, excessive control, inflexibility, reckless, lack of discipline, and stubborn. You know, the ram, you know, Aries is known for being very stubborn, very hard working, you know, getting the job done. And he is in the same row as the King of Swords and Temperance. So Temperance is in the middle here, you know, bringing balance and harmony between these two rulers, right? Very masculine energy, and Temperance is like, I can balance it with grace and ease, no problem. We also have the Three of Cups, water, so the power of our emotions, triplicity, expression, expansion of the idea, growth, first stages of completion. So, you know, this is the power of three separate forces coming together and working as one. And we usually see that in like religious, you know, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, that sort of thing, right? So something worth celebrating here. It's another yes. So you know, getting together with your friends, having that support, collaborating, you know, using your creativity, community, sharing, you know, you bring something to the table and, you know, you celebrate what others are bringing to the table. You know, no one's saying, oh, you can't do that. You know, these people are doing what they do. They're showing what they excel at. Now reversed, it can be rumors, gossip, disloyalty, loyalty, betrayal, or rejection. So, you know, be careful who you are telling things to, because not everybody is wanting the best for you, right? But your true friends, those true ride or dies that celebrate you. Oh my goodness, we have the World coming in here. 21 reduces to 3, and 3 is about community, optimism, and joy. So we have 2 2s, we have 2 7s, and we have 2 3s showing up here. So maybe you need to look up these angel numbers, see what's coming. It's another yes here, you guys. So, you know, upright, it is accomplishment, it's completion, it's wholeness, integration, travel, arriving, success. So, you know, you start the journey as the Fool, and you know, you go through the major arcana, you learn all your lessons, and you know, then you have the world in your hands. The world is your oyster. You know, you can do anything that you set your mind to, your hand, heart, and mind, and you can be successful. Now, reverse can be unfinished life lesson, lack of achievement, incompletion, failure, unfulfilled. So, you know, that's not the first time. That's like the 3rd time failure has come up, you guys. So, you know, what is causing you to feel like you have failed? You know, we fail. That's how we learn. That's how we grow, you know. And but the key is to not just fail once, to be like, oh, I'm done, I quit. You know, we keep going, and you know, maybe we fail 98 more times, and then we try again, and then we get it, and we're like, ah. And sometimes, you know, we make things harder on ourselves than they really are, they really need to be. I know I do. I learn the hard way sometimes, like, oh, yikes, you know. So, all right, you guys, these are the messages here. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please drop me a comment down below. Let me know. Make sure you smash the heck out of that like button, that old thumbs up button down there. If you haven't already, you know, hit it with the razzle dazzle, you guys. And if you haven't already and you find you keep coming back here, please subscribe to the channel, you guys. That truly means so very much to me. My July goal is to have 450 subscribers, and we are only like 9 away from smashing that goal. So, all right. Thank you guys so much. You know, you are part of the teamwork that makes this dream work. I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. So, from the bottom of my heart, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope this finds you well, you know, and keep believing in yourself, you guys. If you can dream it and believe it, then you can achieve it, and you deserve to have beautiful, wonderful, amazing things. You deserve this 10 of Pentacles, you guys. You deserve to celebrate yourself. So keep putting your best foot forward each and every day, and know that it's not going to look the same each and every day, and that is perfectly okay. Make sure you've got your strong, healthy boundaries in place as well. All right, you guys, thank you so very much for all of your love and support. I want to say thank you, blessed be, namaste, and goodbye.